Hi and welcome to another Free.volous episode. Today I am bringing you an up close and personal on the Dior Backstage Foundation. This one came out with a bang. The whole collection is absolutely gorgeous to look at, and the amount of foundations and the foundation packaging and all of that was just so beautiful. I was drawn to it, but at first the first reviews I saw weren't that enticing, and then some people I really trust started using the foundation and they really raved about it. So I was a bit torn between should I try it, should I not, and I went to my local Sephora a few days ago and I just asked for a sample. I color matched and then I asked for a sample, and I have stated this in so many videos, but this is a basic 101 thing when you're trying out new makeup, especially base products that are liquid, that you can ask for a sample. Go in store, get shade matched and ask for a sample. They should give one to you, and if they are a bit iffy about it, just let them know you are really sensitive and you need to do basically a test for 3 or 4 days with the product before committing, because you don't know if you will have a reaction. Now let's talk about this product. The Dior Backstage Foundation retails in Portugal at Sephora, which is, I think this is a Sephora exclusive here in Portugal. Dior is not exclusive to Sephora, but the Backstage collection I think is. It retails for €41.55 for I think 40 mils or even 50 mils, I'm not sure. There are 40 shades in the range and the gradient seems really nice. There are 4 different types of undertones, so you have your neutral, your pink, your warm and your warm olive, which, thank you. Here in Portugal, I've only seen it available in store at Sephora, as I said, and online I didn't find the foundation on my usual go-to websites, so Feel Unique, Look Fantastic, websites like that. I will try and find a link with from some retailer that sells worldwide, or at least to Europe, and link it in my blogs down below as usual. And again, this is not a cruelty-free brand. We all know that Dior is one of those that sells to China, so yeah. When it comes to ingredients of concern, all the basic suspects are there. You have your alcohol, your silicones, you have your fragrance and essential oils like limonene and all of that, that usually can create a reaction to some people. You never know. And there is vitamin E in this product, tocopherol. What I've read in several websites is that it is more highly rated as a probable comedogenic and acne-provoking ingredient than, say, silicones, which is weird for me because I'm more sensitive to silicones, but there you go. Vitamin E supposedly is really good for your skin, so I don't know. I'm not a chemist. I'm not trying to be one. Just letting you know about the basic usual suspects. Let's go into the claims. They say this has a natural finish. It is water and sweat resistant. It's highly customizable in terms of coverage. It has a luminous finish. It is good to wear in both face and body, so it's kind of like the MAC Face and Body Foundation. And it is good for stage, swim, sweat, and for the rain. So although they don't make any claims regarding the lasting abilities of this foundation, they don't have 18 hours or 24 hours or 6 hours, they don't have any of those claims, but having this as something that will resist all of your basic stuff like sweat leads me to believe that this is intended to be a good long wearing foundation. So let's see how it goes. I'll zoom you in and we'll keep on with the application. So here we are. I'm going to take my little sample. I have been using this foundation for a few days now. The girl at Sephora, I know her. We've had several chats several times, and so she was really generous with the amount of product she put in my little jar. So I'm fortunate sometimes too. And I'm going to start by taking it out with the fingers because this is a very liquidy formula. And it seems quite elastic too, which in my book is always amazing. Okay, so if you spread it with your fingers, you can see it doesn't give you quite a very even coverage. It will start to go a bit here and there. So I'm going to take on one side a brush. I'm going to start patting it in. I have some old breakouts on my chin as always. And because of that, some dryness, which is good to evaluate this foundation for dry skins, although I'm not a dry skin person, so take it with a pinch of salt. It is delivering a good amount of coverage despite having the sheerest feeling in terms of texture. Yes. Now on the other side, I'll apply it to my face with a beauty blender. But first, I'm just going to dot a few bits all over and then take a beauty blender. I don't know, this is a very liquidy formula. I'm afraid that the beauty blender will soak it all up, but we'll see. Why am I using my left hand? Because I'm an idiot. Oh, but it looks really nice too. It spreads really evenly with the beauty blender. And because it's so thin, it just takes a couple of touches to set it where you want it. Now, while we are blending, a little bit of a life update. I've been doing a couple of pre-recording sessions because I will start rehearsing really soon for a new play. I haven't been on stage in 2 years now. I'm missing it like crazy. But because of that, because of the schedule of the rehearsals, I'm not going to be able to record for you every week, or it's not safe because I'll be rehearsing all day and then at night I'll be doing my dubbing because I can't stop dubbing just because I've started rehearsing. There are series I'm regular on, so yeah. That's why you will see me with the same sort of makeup and hair. And if I manage to record everything today, I will have it all covered until I finish my rehearsing and I'm just with the play, which doesn't take up at all half of the time. So I'll be able to record closer to the upload date. Pray for me. So this is 1.5 layers. I've built up some coverage on my scarring as usual, and it looks so gorgeous. It looks like skin, and I have some texture on my chin, you know that, but even on that area the texture is not as emphasized as it usually is with even really good foundations that I trust. So in terms of emphasizing texture, for now it looks gorgeous, and it also doesn't feel like it's going to crease, you know. Some of them give me that feeling immediately. So I'm going to build up a little bit more on my scarring area. I'm not going to build up too much on my chin because texture, but my hyperpigmentation is basically flat, so we can play with higher coverage on that area. And I'm really enjoying applying the product with my fingers and then patting it on with my beauty blender. It's not soaking too much product. In case you're wondering, the color that I have chosen and matched to myself is 3W, so 3 warm. I didn't see the olive shades, or I didn't notice them, but this is quite a very nice shade match, don't you think? I liked how it built with an extra layer on my scarring, although I can still see a lot of hyperpigmentation showing through, but no foundation can cover that. I love the finish of this. They say it's luminous. I don't know. I feel it's a demi-matte. I don't even feel it's a satin. And I didn't have any mattifying primers underneath or anything, so I even applied an oil to my face this morning. So, no. And it blended beautifully, no creasing, no patching, really quick to apply. It built really well, but it looks so natural. And I feel like it's slightly, just slightly damp still. It can be from the Beauty Blender, but it's mostly set, which is nice. So it is 11:04. I'll call this the check-in time, and I'll do my makeup, and I'll be right back with my first impressions and thoughts. So here I am, my makeup is done, quite understated. Now, first impressions. This for me doesn't have that much of a luminous in terms of dewy finish, but it does look like actual skin when you look it up close. You can actually build it up with a bit of liquid highlighter or moisturizer, but you can also tone it down with mattifying primer or with powder. Regarding that, I only applied powder to this half of my face because my foundation is basically set and I didn't feel the need to powder, but I still wanted to compare if there would be any changes by the end of the day. So powder on this side. In terms of coverage, it is buildable. I don't know if you can go from really sheer to high coverage. I haven't tried that either, but I think you can stay at a very comfortable medium coverage level that actually evens out all of your skin, and it creates sort of that elastic seal. It doesn't sound good, but it's a good thing, all over your skin, and it evens everything out. It doesn't sink into your pores, it doesn't enhance my pores. It feels extremely lightweight. As I said, it feels like it's already set, and on this side I haven't applied powder. I don't feel it drying nor feeling like it's going to get really oily, so for now, great. It wasn't patchy at all. My bronzer did patch up, my cream bronzer, but that's because these two formulas, I don't think they match very well. But yeah, that has to do with the formula of the bronzer. I've tried this with other products and it always worked perfectly, both cream and powders. It was just this specific bronzer that kind of patched up on one side here. So keep that in mind. Overall, it's pretty fine. There will be one or two products that won't go well with it, but overall, everything that I've applied today and over the past few days has been great. And yeah, that's basically my overall summary. I'm really pleased with the look I got in terms of my skin. I felt like I could apply foundation to my face, a little bit of mascara, lip balm, and go out the door, and it would look like I just had good skin. And that's really hard for somebody with my type of skin, with my blemishes, some dry flaky patches in some areas, extreme oiliness. It's hard for me to think that I could slap on just foundation and leave. So I have high expectations. I kind of know how this is going to behave, but as for you, I have high expectations regarding this foundation, and let's see how it goes. I'll see you in a few hours, hopefully in outside real sunlight check-in.
So it's 4:15. I've been wearing this for almost 5 hours, I think, and I think it's enduring my day very well. I've been in the sun a lot. I've been walking around. I'm sweating, and it looks glowy and dewy. Yes, it looks like I am hot, but it's not melting or separating in any way. So
Hey there, so it's 11:35, so it's been 12 hours since I've applied this foundation and it's still on. You will see from the up close that I have some wear on my chin, which can be also because I've been eating, but there is no obvious degradation of the foundation. It's still on, it's still very fresh-like. It withstood a lot of heat today. I sweated a lot. I was walking around Lisbon for several hours. I was in the sun, in the blaring sun, and this is with no touch-ups at all. No powder, no blotting, no touching my face to get it back on track, nothing. It resisted to 3 videos today. I was recording with these lights for 3 videos, then I went out, sweated myself through Lisbon, and it's been 12 hours and it's still on. So yes, in terms of oils, yes, my skin looked and is looking a bit more shiny, but it's not dripping in oil. There is no dryness, no emphasizing of my dry patches, which can be good news for those of you who have dry skin. There is basically barely any separation, even on my very textured areas, which are around my chin, these blemished areas around my chin. No creasing whatsoever on my forehead, on my laugh lines, anywhere. I have a little bit of my crow's feet. They're a bit more indented in a way, but that usually happens when I'm quite dehydrated. It didn't oxidize. It faded when or where it faded with a lot of dignity. My pores aren't enhanced. The lasting power, I mean, it speaks for itself. My concealer has rubbed off. My eye makeup is barely there. My lips have gone a long time ago, but everywhere where I've applied the foundation, I still have my bronzer, my contour, my highlight. Everything is still there, and I can see no visible difference also between the powdered side and the non-powdered side, which is really good. When it comes to transfer, again, if I touch my face, it feels the end of the day has come, so it's slightly, I wouldn't say even oily, creamy maybe, but it doesn't feel like I'm going to touch it and it's going to come off. It feels like it's still there, and it hasn't transferred onto anything really, unless you rub it really harshly. And for that I mean, a couple of days ago I was wearing the foundation, I was wearing headphones while dubbing, and I noticed, and this happens with every single foundation, when I removed the headphones there was a little bit of foundation that had rubbed off. But I mean, that happens to each and every one of them, and you need to be really kind of pressing really hard or rubbing it really hardly to remove the foundation, so it doesn't go anywhere. When it comes to value, each one knows their own budget, and you shouldn't ever spend more than you are comfortable. You shouldn't be in debt because of makeup or anything. I think though that this is one of those products that it is actually worth its high price tag because of my experience with it. I am willing, and I am going to, when I can afford it, buy the full size for sure. It casts a shade on a lot of others that are within this price range. Right now, when this one comes in, all the others are way below in terms of quality, in my experience. Regarding the claims, I think everything ticks. Maybe the luminous finish may not be as luminous as some people would be expecting, but you can achieve it with priming and with other more hydrating products with it. I have combination to oily skin. It's oilier today because it's summer and my skin loved this foundation. I have been wearing it for several days and I haven't broken out despite the ingredients list. If you like somewhere between the sheer and the medium coverage, for sure. I don't know about the full coverage because I haven't tried it. I think maturing skin will probably love this because this moves with your face basically, and it doesn't sink into the face. Nice. shot. This is a great everyday foundation, and because you can customize the intensity and the building up of it, I think it is great for every day, but you can also build it up a bit more in the evening and go out. Dupes comparable products. It's a hybrid almost between the Clinique Beyond Perfecting, the Shiseido Synchro Skin, because it's elastic like this one, long wearing and very natural looking off the bat without any hard work, like the Shiseido one. It's kind of a hybrid, but at the same time it's really liquidy. I have never tried anything like it. So that's it. I've had a lot of fun using this foundation. I hope you have enjoyed spending the day with me and seeing how this goes on my face. Let me know your personal experience with this foundation, how it went and what type of skin you have, because we're all different, and the more we throw into our encyclopedia of knowledge on the comments below, the better. Other than that, leave me a thumbs up down below, leave me in the comments other foundations you want to see me trying next. I can always ask for samples. And subscribe if you haven't already. Share my channel with people you think may be interested in it. Thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!